Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to another exciting session of News and Blues. I am your host, VARSHAN Daniel, and today we have a special focus on the English language and its diverse dimensions. And for that, we got two esteemed guests with us, each bringing a new and unique perspective. The first one, Miss SYAZA SOFEA, a TESOL major at Tunusin on Teachers Training Institute, and Miss AYRRA HAYFA, an experienced primary school English teacher. Welcome, ladies.
Thank you, Varshan. It's a pleasure to be here.
Thank you for having us, Varshan. I am thrilled to be part of this.
Indeed. So, ladies and gentlemen, English is a language that permeates nearly every aspect of our lives. It's more than just grammar and vocabulary, it's a means of expression and a key to connecting with others. Before delving deeper, let's touch on two important terms associated with language, which are linguistics and sociolinguistics. Miss Sophia, could you enlighten us on the term linguistics?
Absolutely, Varshan. So, English is a dynamic language with distinct dialects and accent worldwide, from British English to American English. Each variant brings its own uniqueness in pronunciation, vocabulary, as well as grammars. So, the use of English isn't solely about adhering to linguistic rules. It's also influenced by social and cultural factors. It has evolved from Old English to Middle English and finally till today modern English, shaped by events like invasion, trade, and technological advancement. So, in the realm of linguistics, we explore various aspects of English, from sentence structure to word and phrase meaning, which is known as semantics, and how language is dissect the components of language and understand how they function in communication. So, understanding the context of English language use is very crucial for us in order to have an effective communication as well as to appreciate its global significance. It's a rich field of study that offers a huge insight into the evolution and diversity of the English language. Back to you, Varshan.
Thank you, Ms. Sophia. A concise yet informative overview of the multifaceted nature of the English language, its various dialects, and its significance in linguistics and global communication, Ms. Sophia. Thank you for the absolutely amazing starters. Now, Ms. Ira, could you be kind enough to enlighten us on your thoughts about sociolinguistics?
Of course, Varshan. Social linguistics is a multifaceted field of study that delves into the intricate relationship between language and society. It investigates how various social factors such as culture, class, ethnicity, age, gender, and geographic location impact the way people use and perceive language. This discipline aims to unravel the complex web of interactions between language and individuals and communities that use it. One fundamental aspect of social linguistics is the exploration of dialects and language variation. Social linguists examine how different groups of people, often defined by their social backgrounds and geographical location, use distinct linguistic features such as accents, vocabulary, and grammar. Social linguistics is also investigate language change over time by examining historical records and conducting longitudinal studies. Linguists can track shifts in language patterns and the social factors that drive these changes. Overall, it provides invaluable insight into the intricate interplay between language and society, shedding light on how language both reflects and shape our social world. Back to you, Vashan.
Thank you, Ms. Ira. And if I may add, Ms. Ira, I would personally say that sociolinguistics opens up a way to cross-culture communication. Ladies and gentlemen, cross-culture communication refers to interactions between individuals or groups from different cultural backgrounds. Different cultures have distinct norms and expectations regarding communication styles. For example, some cultures may prioritize indirect and or polite language while others may value direct and assertive communication. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let's move on to the second part of our session where we delve deeper into the different types of language context. Ladies and gentlemen, language context refers to the surrounding circumstances, information, and cues that influence the meaning of words, phrases, or sentences within a particular communication. It encompasses factors such as the speaker's tone, body language, and the setting in which the conversation takes place, cultural norms, and the specific words used in a given context. Understanding language in its context is essential for effective communication as it helps us, ladies and gentlemen, to interpret the intended message and prevents misunderstandings. And there are multiple types of language context. And Miss Sophia, would you mind telling our audience about situational context?
Sure, Varshan. So apart from that, the English language is incredibly versatile, adapting to various situational contexts to convey the meaning effectively. So let's explore the different types of situational contexts in which English is commonly used. So in formal situations, such as academic or professional setting, English is employed with precision. Here you'll find complex sentence structures, a broad vocabulary, and adherence to grammar rules. Clear and concise communication is essential to convey professionalism and expertise. So, in contrast, informal contexts involve casual conversation among friends or in relaxed environments. So, English takes on a more relaxed form with colloquial expressions, contractions, and also slang. So informal language allows for closer connection between the speaker and a sense of familiarity among the speakers. On top of that, English is the dominant language in global business world. In business context, clarity and professionalism are very crucial. So this often means using a neutral tone and avoiding jargon and focusing on precise communication to facilitate negotiations, presentations, and also collaborations. While in academic settings, English is used for research, writing, and scholarly communication. It really demands precision as well, and its formality as well as the adherence to academic conventions such as citation styles. Academic English enables scholars to share knowledge and engage in an intellectual way. So everyday life involves casual conversation with our family and friends. So in this context, English is very relaxed and may include like humor, idiomatic expression, and shared cultural references. So the last one is the digital age. So the digital age has brought about new situational context for English users. Online communication through social media, emails, and text messages often involve many abbreviation, emojis, and also informal language. So it's a reflection of our fast-paced, a modern digital world. So in conclusion, English is a remarkably adaptable language, and its usage is depend on situational context, whether it's formal, informal, business, academic, casual, or other than that. So English evolves to meet the communicative needs of its speakers and making it one of the most versatile language in our world. Back to you, Pasha.
Indeed, Miss Sophia, indeed, English is. The adaptability of English to diverse situational contexts is a testament to its own power as a global language. It serves as a bridge enabling effective communication in various spheres of life. Understanding these nuances is key to mastering the art of English communication. Miss Ira, would you mind continuing with cultural context?
Yes, version. The English language can be used in various cultural contexts, and the type of context often depends on the cultural setting, the speaker's backgrounds, and the purpose of the communication. One of the major factors that affected these English language users is whether the speaker is a native English speaker or non-native English speaker. The native English speaker refers to a region and countries where English is the primary and a native language of the majority of the population. On the other hand, non-native English speaker refers to regions and countries where English is not the native language, but is widely used as a second language for various purposes, such as communication, business, education, and diplomacy. In these areas, English serves as a lingua franca, allowing people from different linguistic backgrounds to interact effectively. One of the major uses of the English language in the non-English country is code switching. In everyday conversation, people may switch between their native language and English. For example, in our own country, Malaysia, we can see that our own citizens love to mix English and Malay language in their daily life to make it easier for others to understand. Lastly, looking through the purpose of communication, English language is a worldwide user that is often used all over the world. The media and entertainment context within the realm of English language usage refers to the pervasive influence of English in the global media and entertainment industries. These contexts highlight how the English language plays a central role in the creation, dissemination, and consumption of various forms of media and entertainment content worldwide. For example, English is the dominant language in the global media and entertainment, including film, television, music, literature, and digital content. Most of the TV shows, including animation such as cartoon or any kid channel, blockbuster movies, and popular TV shows, are oftenly in English. Otherwise, it must have subtitles that are written in English. That's all from me, Varshan. Back to you.
Thank you so much, Miss Ira. It's amazing, ladies and gentlemen, to see how English can blend with local languages, especially in a country like Malaysia. And also, Miss Ira, your point about how English is a big player in global media and entertainment, with places like Hollywood and London at the center of it all, is spot on. So now then, Miss Sophia, may I ask you on your thoughts about the interpersonal context?
Sure, Varshan. So the English language is a versatile tool that can be used in various contexts, which it has its own uniqueness, features, and characteristics. So in terms of interpersonal communication, there are three main types of contexts, which are intimate, casual, and formal. Intimate context refers to situation where individuals communicate with the close friends or family members. This type of communication is characterized by a high level of familiarity and informality. Slang and inside jokes are commonly used in this context to establish a sense of closeness and understanding between the speakers. So, casual context also involves interaction between acquaintances or our colleagues. While not as intimate as the previous type, casual communication still allows for a certain level of informality. Conversation in this context may include everyday topics such as our hobbies, current events, or our personal experiences. The language used is generally more relaxed than informal context, but still adheres to basic grammatical rules. So, formal context is typically found in professional settings or in usual formal events. This type of communication requires adherence to strict rules and conventions. Formal language is characterized by its use of proper grammar, vocabulary, and specific to the field or topic being discussed, as well as the avoidance or slang and colloquial expressions. So, in general, understanding the different types of contexts in which English language use occurs is essential for effective interpersonal communication, whether it be an intimate conversation with our loved ones or a formal presentation at work. Adapting one's language accordingly ensures a clear and meaningful interaction with each other. That's all from me, Varshan.
Indeed, Miss Sophia, thank you for that wonderful sharing. The ability to adapt your language to different interpersonal communication contexts is a very, very valuable skill. Ladies and gentlemen, different cultures may have their own variations of English or use different languages altogether. Even within the English speaking world, there are significant dialectal differences. The level of formality and politeness can also vary greatly across cultures. In some cultures, formal language and titles are essential in all interactions, while in others, a more casual and direct approach may be preferred. Gestures, body language, and eye context also have their own cultural significance. What may be considered a polite gesture in one culture could be seen as offensive in another. It's essential to be aware of these differences to prevent misinterpretation during our communication. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we have seen about a lot of terms, language, linguistics, sociolinguistics, and even the types of context. But how about the importance of those contexts that we have taught? Ladies and gentlemen, understanding the intricacies of language goes beyond mere vocabulary and grammar. Various types of context, such as situational, cultural, interpersonal, play pivotal roles in shaping the meaning of words and expressions. Recognizing the importance of these context types is essential for clear communication, avoiding misunderstandings, and appreciating the richness of the language. So then, Miss Sophia, would you be kind enough to open our sharing on the importance of language context?
Thank you, Varshan. So, the importance of different types of context to English language use in terms of situational understanding cannot be overstated. Context plays a crucial role in determining the meaning and interpretation of words, phrases, as well as the sentences. It provides the necessary background information that helps the individuals comprehend and respond appropriately to various situations. Another important type of context is the social or cultural context. This includes factors such as age, gender, social status, and cultural norms. Understanding these contextual elements is really important for our effective communication in English. For example, using slang or informal language may be appropriate among friends, but it is inappropriate, in formal setting. Furthermore, situational context also play a bigger role in English language use because it involves considering the specific circumstances surrounding an interaction or conversation. For instance, speaking loudly might be acceptable at a concert, but it considered a bit rude during a lecture. So, all in all, understanding different types of context is vital for effective English language use in various situations. Linguistic, social or cultural, and situational contexts all contribute to comprehending and interpreting spoken or written English accurately. By considering these contextual factors carefully when communicating in English, individuals can ensure a clear and appropriate communication with other people.
Thank you, Miss Sophia. A wonderful insight as usual. Miss Ira, would you like to continue our conversation and delve deeper into the importance of the language context?
Yes, Varshan. English plays a vital role in our connected world, and it does so in various contexts, such with its own unique importance. In native English speakers countries like United States of America and United Kingdom, English is not just a language; it's a vessel of cultural identity. It reflects local customs, tradition, and societal norms, preserving cultural heritage while accommodating evolving dynamics. Beyond native speakers, non-native English speakers contexts illustrate the global reach of English as lingua franca. It serves as a tool for international communication, bridging linguistic barriers and encouraging cultural exchange. In these settings, English facilitates cultural integration, blending local elements with international expectations. Tourism is another realm where English shines. English information and service help international travelers navigate and appreciate local cultures. This fosters mutual learning, cultural immersion, and a deeper appreciation of diversity, all while boosting the economies and host destinations. All in all, English is a powerful instrument for communication, understanding, and preserving cultural identities across a multitude of contexts. By embracing these various settings, we can truly appreciate how English enrich our goal cultural tapestry. Thank you, Varshan.
Thank you, Miss Ira. Last but not least, Miss Ira, may I also ask your opinion on the importance of the interpersonal context?
Oh, of course, Varshan. English is a dynamic and adaptable language that takes on different forms in various interpersonal contexts. These settings significantly shape how English is used from formal business meetings to casual conversation among friends. In the formal business world, English plays a very important role as a global lingua franca, facilitating clear and precise communication in international transactions. In academic and educational setting, English is the primary language for instruction and research, providing access to knowledge, resources, and global perspective. It also fosters cross-cultural dialogue among students and scholars. In casual conversation with friends and peers, English adopts a different character. It helps build a social bond, express personal emotion and experience, and maintain informal relationships. Slang and idioms enrich this interaction, allowing for more personal and emotional connection. So, to conclude, English is a versatile tool that adapts to the context, serving both professional and personal communication needs. That's all from me, Vashan. Thank you.
Thank you, Miss Ira. Thank you, Miss Sophia. Ladies and gentlemen, we have delved into the intricate world of English language use across various contexts. We have explored how linguistic, situational, cultural, and interpersonal factors profoundly influence communication. It is important to understand the context, where understanding context isn't just an academic exercise, but a practical necessity. It enhances our ability to connect effectively in formal meetings, academic pursuits, or casual chats with friends. So, throughout these sessions, we can say that we have seen English being a very powerful and main prominent tool when it comes to communicating and bringing two, uh, two aspects of people together. And with that, I would like to offer my big thanks to our special guests, Miss SYAZA Sofia and Miss Ku Aira Haifa, for enriching our discussion even more. Their expertise have been very, very invaluable. As we wrap our session for today, ladies and gentlemen, we hope that the knowledge you guys gained will help you communicate better and appreciate English's versatility. English is not just a tool, it's a bridge connecting cultures, ideas, and people from all walks of life. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining us today, and we look forward to our next session. Until then, take care and keep sipping on the tea of knowledge. Goodbye and have a wonderful day, everyone. Thanks once again, Miss Sophia and also Miss Ira. Thank you.
Welcome, Varshan.
You're welcome, Varshan.